Good morning, everyone. Welcome along to today's live stream, which is all about getting to know more about the computing science courses that are on offer for National 5 and higher. My name is Roddy Graham. I'm from the Inspire Learning team here in the Scottish Borders, and I'm going to be presenting you today's session as it goes on. This is the first time we've done one of these for a wee while, so if you've not used the YouTube live chat before, then feel free to let us know where you're watching from. We can post little markers on the screen like so. So we've got DYW Borders coming in from Selkirk. If there's any other schools that are watching today, feel free to let us know where you're coming from. This is our wee plan of action for today. So let me hide that there. So it's an SFC Digital Pathfinder Meet the Learner online event, Tuesday to 31st of October. Today's aims are to help remove the barriers or preconceived ideas which young people might have about training in tech, and also to help young people understand the benefits of training in tech too. So we're going to have a little look later on about why computing science matters, and we've got some videos of footage from young people in Berwickshire High School sharing what they have gained by doing their computer science courses. So as I've said, my name is Roddy Graham, lead teacher of Inspire Learning here in Scottish Borders Council. Our plan for today is we're going to do a little introductory question which uses Mentimeter. So you'll need a device to scan a QR code in a wee second or to go to the menti.com website. We're going to have a little look at why computing science matters as well. We've got a couple of video clips to share too. There's a little live chat discussion as well, which uses Mentimeter. And if you've any questions at any point, feel free to ask them. I may not know the answer. I'm not a computing science teacher myself, but I may be able to find out for you or share them later on. And we've also got a survey link at the very end as well, where you'll be able to tell us your feedback on today's session. So without further ado, let's begin with our first Mentimeter. If you scan that QR code on your device, it'll take you to the Mentimeter website. You can also pop in, I'll post this as a little comment, menti.com with the code 57583973. So that should be in the live chat for you just now. If you go to those sites or scan the QR code, you should be able to see the first question, which is, what do you already know about computing science? Please pop your answers onto that, and we'll share some on the screen in a wee moment. So what do you already know about computing science? Please pop that onto the Mentimeter. So I'll share the screen in a wee moment to show you some of the answers that are here. We've got things like you use computers, you can learn to code, it sounds difficult. Lots of people also say nothing, which is fine. It's okay to know nothing at this point in your learning. You can make code and your own games. There's things about databases too. There's lots of responses coming in. So I'm going to share the screen and show you those as they come in. So lots of you saying about coding in there and programming. People saying there's computers, you can code games, code in general, quite tricky. You can learn to code on computers, how to play games, Python as well, which is one of the programming coding sites. So lots of answers coming in there. We've got 173 responses already, which is great to see. Feel free to keep posting your answers on. We will be doing a second Menti question later on as well. We'll gather all these into one place as well at the end too. Learn stuff about computers and how to use them. Good. You can make games, learn to code, make your own game. Great to see. So in a wee moment, we're going to find out a little bit more about why computing science matters. And we're also going to hear from pupils that have been studying computing science in 5th and 6th year. And we'll hear from them too. Know about pixels, notepads, and what's that other one there? Vectograms, good. Website development, binary numbers. So there's loads of great knowledge down in the south of Scotland about what computing science is. We'll give you another wee moment just to pop your final thoughts in, and then we'll move on with the slides. Okay, keep posting those responses in there. We've got 176 people that have replied with 278 responses. We'll keep having a little look at those as we move on, but we're going to now go back to here, and we're going to have a little look at why computing science matters. So the reason that we're here today is to find out more about computing science. And one of the reasons that it really matters is that 1 in 10 of all Scottish job vacancies right now are in the tech sector. So if you think about that, that's 10% of every single job that's out there right now is to do with the technology sector. That comes from the Digital Economy Skills Action Plan. What they also say is that according to data from Skills Development Scotland, there will be around 15,600 job openings for tech professionals every single year going forward. So that's an awful lot of job vacancies that are around, but there's maybe not that many people qualifying with tech degrees. This is why we're trying to get you into computing science at school, to try and encourage you to get into those jobs in the future. There does continue to be a clear gap between the number of job opportunities in tech and also the number of college and university leavers, apprentices and career changers who enter the jobs market with the relevant skills. So as I was saying earlier, there's these 15,600 jobs, but there's not 15,600 people who are qualifying from college or university or apprenticeships with those relevant skills. So we're trying to fill that gap in. There's also a gender gap as well. So women only make up 23% of the digital technologies workforce in Scotland. So the aim would be a 50-50 split with that. So there are trying to be different ways to encourage more females to get into the digital technologies sector. Scotland only produces around 5,000 new recruits every year into the industry through the graduate route. So what that means is if we're going to meet that tech sector demand, then we need to look at alternate ways to educate, encourage and progress young people into the industry. And that's something that lots of people are working towards to help get that number up. So as I say, we've got 15,000 jobs, but only 5,000 recruits. So we need to get more people involved. So the Meet the Learner programme, which is what we're doing today, that provides a new way to help encourage young people into the tech sector by showcasing learners talking about their own digital learning journeys. And what we're going to have a little look at just now is we're going to look at some pupils from Berwickshire High School down here in the Scottish borders talking about their journey with computing science, what it means to them, what they've learned so far, and how they're going to be able to take that forward as we go. Okay, so here's clip 1, which shows some pupils at Berwickshire High School.
So at Berwickshire, we have computing in first year all the way through to senior school. We have a period a week in first year. Then there's the option to choose it as a third year subject, who choose both of those courses, and they find each other, particularly with their problem solving and coding skills. Your level in computer games design.
I chose computing because it is a really useful skill to have. It's been used to develop and create all the technology around us, so there's a lot of career opportunities, and at my school the teachers are really great, so I was sure that I would enjoy all the lessons.
I chose computing because I enjoyed the testers in S1 and 2, all the animation and all the coding, game development, things like that, and I felt like it would be a fun career path for me to go down. I felt like it's a job I could go into and always enjoy, and all the teachers were quite nice too, so that helped.
So on a typical lesson, we start with the theory side, so about 20 minutes, and we just take notes about the key kind of theory areas. And then we go into computers and we do practical work. So we'll have programs to write and test and complete, and check for errors and stuff. And the teacher's always there to come and help us if we're kind of stuck or anything.
So for computing science, we'll go into class. Mr. Allen will give us some notes to take down on what we're going to be learning today. and then we'll go off to the computers, we'll do some of our coding, we'll be building our websites, things like that. And we just kind of get used to using all the different codes and different programs that we'd use. And then for computing games, we'd go over like media assets and things like that, things that will be needed for our games. And then we'll go to the computers and fill in worksheets and things like that, getting ready and preparing to make our game. And then eventually we would start making our game on our own.
Okay, so what we're now going to look at is the second question on our Mentimeter. So it's the same QR code as before. So if you've still got it loaded, it should come up for you. So based on that video that you've looked at, and also your own thoughts, if you studied computing studies, what career paths could this help you with? So if you were to study computing science, what could that help you with? Scan that QR code, pop your answers in just now. This will come up as a word cloud. So the more answers that we get that are the same, the bigger it will appear on your screen. So if you've studied computing studies, what career paths could this help you with? Pop your answers in and we'll hear from those of you soon. Also feel free to let us know anything in the live chat, if anything's working for you or not working for you. I've seen that the screen was freezing for some people with that last video. I think it might be to do with the signal where I'm working, but hopefully you were all able to see it as well as possible. So that second question, if you studied computing studies, what career paths could this help you with? I'll let a few more responses come in and then I'll share the Mentimeter. Okay, keep sending those in. We've had 67 responses so far. Once we've hit the 100 mark, then I will pop it on the screen for you. There we are, that's just over 100. So let's share the screen. There we go. So we've got things like game developer, we've got working with money, we've got game design. I can also see scientists in there, website designers. There's over 250 responses so far, which is great to see. We've got computing teachers as well, people working in offices, programmers, game designer, game maker, live streaming if you're doing that as well. Loads of great responses coming in to the Mentimeter so far. Keep popping them on and you can watch the word cloud develop. We've got software designers in there too, I can see. I can also see computer scientists making websites as well. That's great. 426 responses. Will we get over the 500 mark, I wonder? Keep popping your answers in, that's great. So I can see a wee comment there in the chat about it being so laggy. There is about a 15-second delay between me speaking and you seeing it on your screen. So that's why there's a slight lag on that. But the main ones in there, we've got our game design, game developing, teacher, computing teacher, making computers, scientist as well. Thank you so much for sharing all of those. Where we're going to go now is we're going to go and watch the second video clip from the Berwickshire High School pupils. And then to finish off with, I've got a survey for you to fill in all about whether you might be more encouraged to take computing science as a result of today's session. So we'll let that finish off. We've got over 500 responses in it now. Live streaming, website designer, computer fixer. Well done, everyone filling that in. So I'm now going to go back to the videos and show you the second part of that.
I really enjoy the kind of problem-solving aspect of it. Whenever we write code, there's always inevitably little problems, or we've like misspelled words and stuff, so we have to kind of go around like a little treasure hunt to try find where the mistake is. And our teacher is really good. Well, both teachers in the department are really great. They're always there to help. And yeah, it's just a really kind of nice lesson. I look forward to it.
I enjoyed the creative parts of the subject and that we get to design our own games, websites. Teachers don't really bother us too much with that, so we can do whatever we want with it. Also, friends being in the class, that can help too. once again, teachers are all incredibly nice and very supportive and helpful. So they're not hands-on with it, but if you need help, they'll be right there.
I think other students should choose computing because the subject can be used in so many aspects of modern day life. In the digital world we live in, computing is used kind of everywhere, and also not even just in computing career paths, kind of even in sectors like engineering stuff, coding, and knowing how to kind of build stuff is a really useful skill to have.
I think other students should take it because I feel like everyone needs that one fun subject to try to get you through school. Being in S4 is not the best with all your assessments and exams, but if you have that one fun subject that you can go to and really enjoy, then I think that can help get you through it. And also it's just a creative and fun class to take. Plus, with how the world is now, computers are involved in basically every job you can have unless it's outdoors. So it's just a helpful skill to have in later life.
So my aim is to kind of use the skills and the problem solving that I've got from this course and maybe apply it to engineering, and I think that'll be really beneficial. The skills are they're really versatile and they can be used in kind of any sector that I want to go into, so I think whatever I do, this will help me do it.
Well, when I finish this National 5 course, I think I'll probably try to take it higher and advanced higher. I'm not too sure about computer games. I don't know how far that subject goes, but I would love to take it in advanced higher and higher, and possibly to college or university for later on down the line. I'd love to do computing games or computing science as some kind of job. It just sounds like a fun subject for me, and once again a job that I could go into every day and enjoy.
Okay, that's the end of our video section. If you now have any questions that you want to ask about computing science, feel free to pop them into the YouTube live chat and I'll display some of them on the screen for us. Before we head away for the rest of your day, we're going to do a little form as well, just to share some thoughts on today's session and maybe your thoughts on taking computing science going forward as well. So that is on the screen for you just now. Scan the QR code that's there and answer the event survey. You've done really well with scanning the first two QR codes, so I'm hoping that this one will work as well. And pop your details in. You need to let us know which school you're at. You need to let us know which year group you're in as well, S1, S2, or S3. Whether this event has helped with your subject choices. Has it raised your awareness of computing science? And as a result of today's event, are you more likely to choose computing as a subject? So hopefully after seeing the videos, hearing the different information as well about the jobs and the vacancies, you may wish to be more likely to take it. Okay, and if you have any questions, feel free, as I say, to pop them into the YouTube chat and I'll hopefully display some for us very soon. So that's the final thing for you to do there is the QR code for the survey to let us know your thoughts about the event today. So I can already see the responses coming in on this one. We've got 88 in already. Thank you for filling that in. We've got a majority as well for saying that today's event has raised your awareness of computing science, which is great to see. We've been mainly joined by S2s and S3s as well. Lots of pupils from Berwickshire High, from Gala Academy, from Eyemouth High School, Kelso High School, St Joseph's College, Moffat Academy, and Dalbeattie High School as well. Thank you all for joining us today. That's great. I can't see any questions in the live chat either, so I'm going to say that that is the end of our live stream. Keep filling in the survey. I'll leave this on screen for a few more minutes for you as well. But thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully you found it useful, and enjoy the rest of your day.